And we are live. All right, folks, once again, welcome to your football discussion of football topics, sprinkled with a hint of blue cheese. I'm your host in New Jersey, Jono, here today with you this evening. Over across the river on the other side is the good captain in New York City. Captain, say hello to the party, folks.
Hello, party folks.
All right, excellent, good stuff. We're bypassing the Carolinas again. The good doctor did send us that he will be still at the hospital, so he won't be able to join us. We're heading all the way down to the great state of Florida, and, and there we have Reef. Reef, say good hi to the folks, mate.
Hello, everybody.
Excellent. The streets of New York are still a mess, so we don't have a street correspondent out there. So we're going to carry on from there. All right, folks. It's about approximately 6 to 7 weeks until the transfer window opens on January the 1st. All the international games, there's no more international breaks. The next international break is in March, and then May, and then June. 5 games leading up to the Euros, and then those are actually World Cup qualifying for the Europeans anyway in the new year in 2021. All right, so we got approximately 6 weeks, all right, which is going to be played purely Champions League, Europa League, and the League Cup until the FA Cup starts in December and so forth. So it's back to back to back to back to back to back. So everybody's going to get a mini redo of what we think the top 6 is going to be. All right. It's crazy. It has been a crazy year. I mean, you're sitting at places and you're looking, especially in Britain, who've only got 3 subs. The Premier League has Leicester City sitting on top, you know, with the likes of Southampton in the top 4. Who would Adam and Eve it? I wouldn't, for starters. Captain Schiff, what do you got for your top 6 leading all the way to the transfer window, mate?
All right. At number 6, I would put Leicester. Right?
Okay.
At number 5, Villa. 4, Man City. 3, Liverpool. 2, Tottenham. And 1, Chelsea.
Okay. Interesting. Good stuff. So a lot of prisoner of the moment picks there. You don't have no place for no Arsenal, no Everton, no Wolves.
I'm looking at how the teams are shaping up. You know what? I'll take out Aston Villa and I'll put in Arsenal in there.
In where?
I'm going to put Leicester on 5th and Arsenal on 6th.
So you got Arsenal, then Leicester, then Man City, then Liverpool, then what? Spurs, and then Chelsea.
Yep.
Not bad, not bad. I wouldn't argue with you there and so forth. So who do you have for example, 7th then?
7th, I think Man United will come up there and stay on 7th.
Yeah, so no place for Everton or Wolves, no?
No, Everton, yes, they started off really well, but their defense is really blah. And, their midfield, apart from James, doesn't have that much going on. And
Alan and Andre Gomez ain't doing it for you. No Bernard.
Not really.
No Bernard.
Bernard's good, but
Richarlison returning this weekend.
Every team has their good players, right? But when I look at them, I don't think Calvert-Lewin will score at the pace he's been scoring.
Okay.
Right, and they don't have the depth, especially in defense, to sustain this to a top 6 finish.
Okay, not even 7th, because you put Man United ahead of even Everton, and you put Man United ahead of Wolves. Wolves has finished the last 2 seasons at 7th place, playing Europa League football, and they don't have any Europa League, whereas Manchester United has Champions League.
Yeah, but Jota's gone, and they haven't really replenished the team. Adama Traore is not playing well. He hasn't scored in 20 games.
And what about Neto and Penance?
I mean, they still have some of the good players, but 2-3 good players don't make a team, right? Their back line is static. They haven't replenished a lot, while other teams have replenished, while they have lost a couple of really good players, and Adame is not doing really well. So I don't
Reef.
think they're going to be
Okay.
there.
All right, Reef, who you got in your top 6, mate? You got to unmute yourself, man. You
You're
got to
muted.
unmute yourself.
Okay, it's kind of like I don't remember my pick from the beginning of the season, so
Doesn't matter.
I cannot compare anything, but I can tell you for what I think right now. So for me, number 6 is Arsenal.
Okay.
Number 5 is Jose team Spurs.
Okay.
Number 4 is Leicester.
Okay.
Number 3 is Manchester City.
Okay.
Number 2 is Liverpool. And the Blues are number 1.
Okay. So what about Blues? Everton's Blues. Where do you have Everton, mate?
I know Everton is blue, and I don't know. I think things will change. I think things will change there because I don't know. Maybe I've been wrong about it, and maybe Everton fall with the top 6, but something will change. But that's what I see. I see Everton right now out of the top 6.
You don't think Ancelotti is a far technical, superior coach to Arteta?
I think he maybe can put himself in the top 6, and as it look right now, they're very good and comfortable. But I think things will change, and that's what the reason I'm saying. I think things will change. Maybe Arsenal or maybe a Spurs going to fall out and Everton going to go in. But at the moment, for my pick, that's what I think.
You think what's the name? Spurs is going to finish below Man City? Reef?
Spurs, absolutely. I think
Okay.
Manchester City going to be in 3rd place, and I'm very comfortable where I put in them, and supposed to be in 5th. I don't think Jaws are going to make top 4 this season. It's a very strong competition.
Jose, right now, Schiff, right now, Spurs are sitting in the top 4. What makes you think they're going to leave the top 4? You have them in 4th, right, Schiff?
I had them 2nd.
Okay, you have them in the top 4, right? Shift.
Yeah.
For the 2nd time, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you have them, what's the name, remaining in the top 4.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, the thing is, Jose has a way to settle a team when it comes to defensively. And if you look at the defensive record, it is really good. Like they've had a banger of a goal and that late penalty, but the defensive record is great. And up 3, Harry Kane, Son, and Bale are really good. And they have depth. And Ndombele has come alive. La Celso is good. I like Sissoko. Højbjerg has been a revelation. Like, I just think that once Jose figures out a team, he knows a system to play and how to play it. He is very good at consistently doing it. And for me, the proof is the West Brom game, right? A sad, boring 1-0. All Jose special. Like, remember his first time at Chelsea and when he would get a boring 1-0 and it'd be great. And that's what he's going to keep on doing at Spurs. And against bigger teams, I think he's actually going to do better because I think Spurs are a good counterattacking team when Kane comes into the middle with Bale and Son running behind them. I don't think Man City has a good defense. I don't think most of the top 4 teams have a good defense. Now Liverpool with their injuries. So those two will be able to run behind the defenders when people will attack Spurs. And I think I'm very impressed with the way they play. I just think they still don't have the big team mentality. So I think they'll fall short to Chelsea. But I'm very impressed with the way they've played so far.
Reef, unmute yourself and answer me this. Who do you have for your 7 and 8 slots?
For my 7, I think I put Everton.
Okay.
And for my 8, I can put Aston Villa.
All right, Aston Villa instead of Leicester City. Leicester City are at this moment on top of the league. You're saying Leicester City are going to drop from top of the league all the way to what? 9th, 10th?
No, he
No,
said Leicester
no.
was fourth.
Oh, you had Leicester. You had
Leicester is in
fourth.
4th.
I apologize. You had Leicester. I haven't written things down. You had Leicester in 4th. Okay, not bad. And so, what are you saying? Southampton are sitting in 4th place. You're telling me Southampton doesn't even make top 8?
No. No, it's very, you know, one thing that I think we're kind of missing here, in my point of view, we just 8 games to the season. We have 30 more to go.
And this is the running. This is
the
the
run
running.
is very long, and we're just talking about it, and we're in the middle of the crisis of the COVID. So I think things going to be changed. And you know what? In my observation, and I know I'm saying something, I have a feeling everything going to shut down. Everything going to shut down, and because the COVID starting to spread too brutal on everything. So, and it's 30 more game. It's like it's a different animal. Things can change completely.
All right. Okay. Again, like I said, what we're doing is theoretically a redo leading to the 6 weeks where we're playing back to back. There's no more international breaks. So here's an opportunity and an option for you to diddly dally. All right, gentlemen, let me just give you from 8. Go ahead, Chief. What are you going to say?
I was going to ask you for your top 6.
All right, here we're going to go. I'm going to give you from 8th all the way to number 1. You ready? 8th, I have Leicester City. Yes, I have Leicester.
Wow.
Yep, I have Leicester City sitting on number 1 right now, going to be 8th. All right. 7th, I have Wolves. Wolves doing another no European football for Wolves. Unlike Leicester City, unlike all the other guys in the top, Wolves don't have it. They're going to concentrate. They don't even have League Cup to worry about. It's just FA Cup. All right. So I put Wolves again at 7th place. 6th, I have Everton at 6th. 5, I have Arsenal. Yes, my original one, I had them in the top 4, but it looks like they're going to miss out on the top 4 because these guys are not scoring. Even right now, Aubameyang, he should have been back in the country. He could be back in the country tomorrow, Thursday, and he has to be. When they finished their game against Gambia, they quarantined them on the airport. They had to end up sleeping on the airport floor. They couldn't, the situation is bad. Yes, Reef, it is bad. A lot of guys are catching it left, right, and center and aren't taking precautions. So he wasn't scoring then. He may come back hungry now that there's no more international football to deal with. But I think Arteta's main priority is going to be looking to the possibility of winning Europa League as opposed to getting in the top 4. So I have Arsenal at 5th. 4th, I have Man City. And I've told you how I feel about the situation regarding Pep. Try to get them in the top 4, and he'll take this top 4. That'll be fine with him. If he can get Champions League, even Champions League final, even if they don't win it, he'll go for that. But the fire is done for Pep. The fire is out of it. Too many domestic problems, etc. If by the January transfer window, he hasn't signed his new contract, forget about it. Because what the hierarchy and Man City do is you've got to start planning. They plan, then it's not, they're planning to make the negotiations of what the team is going to look like in 2021, 22 going. Okay. So I have them for 4th. In 3rd place, I have Tottenham Hotspur in 3rd place. They're in the top 4, and he's like one of those for example, a squatter you can't get out of your rented apartment. He's staying there even if he's not paying any rent. Jose is staying there, and you can't get him out. It's simple as that. It's like a piece of food stuck in your teeth that you can't get him out of there. It's annoying, but it's there, and that's Jose. And so Tottenham are going to be in 3rd. 2nd place, I got the champions Liverpool. Now they're broken up all left, right, and center. They've got an average of about 9 main first-team players on sick notes, give or take variety of sick notes. Some will be back. Fabinho maybe back this weekend. Andy Robinson, I don't know if he played today. I didn't check the game Scotland if they played today. But if he didn't play, then he rested a hamstring, and so he'll be probably available this weekend when they go against, I think, West Brom. So yeah, close but no cigar, and they lose out to Chelsea as number 1. Questions, comments, concerns, gentlemen?
All right, I have a question. If I'm looking on your list, you put Arsenal at 5th. I put Arsenal at 6th. Why are you giving me a hard time?
I wasn't giving you a hard time. I just said that, did you put him ahead of Ancelotti? And you did, and so did I.
So here's a question for you guys. Does no one think Man United is making the top 6, making the top 8?
No. But it doesn't matter. As long as they make some means of getting European football next year, that's fine. Manchester United have a threshold. As long as they make a profit of more than 65 million, the creditors don't come knocking on their door. That was a special agreement which they did with the SEC, and the file is in here in New York when the Glazers bought Manchester United. So as long as Manchester United make a profit of 65 million, nobody touches them.
Yeah, but if they're not making Champions League or Europa League as you think,
They can win the FA Cup.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I'm saying. As long as they make Europe, they cannot bounce out of the Champions League more than 2 or European football more than 2 times in a row, or else they're in trouble financially. But as long as they make some form of European football consistently, they'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm with you, but like, I just find it interesting. None of us have any faith in the Man United team, while most of us had them in our top 4 before the season started.
I didn't have them in top 4. I think I had them 5th.
I had them 5th.
I did not have them in top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Okay, either way.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I was going to do a check of that. So I'll tell you where I put
where
them
you
on.
going? We're still here. Either way, at the end of the day, it falls my thing that I've been telling you guys that Ollie is still going to be here come the end of the season.
I still disagree with that one. I think they have to get rid of him. A couple more losses. Who are they playing this weekend? They're playing West Brom.
Right.
If he loses to West Brom, come on.
He's not going to lose to West Brom. You know, Ollie's going to pull rabbits out of his hat every once in a while, and they're going to sit there and smile. Manchester United are not, like I said, as long as they make the profit which they need to make the profit and buy flashy players left, right, and center. And in fact, come to think of it, the January market, who are they going to spend their money on and buying? Go ahead, Reef.
Okay, Shiv, just to let you know, you put Man U in 5th place. I put Man U in 5th place. Jonathan don't have his Man U in number 6 even. None at all. They're not there.
All right.
There you go.
So none of us put him in 4th place.
Yeah, no one put him in top 4. And no faith, no confidence in their system and so forth. You know, it's a crazy, like you said, it's a crazy session of what's going on. But these 6 weeks are going to be mega. It's going to be a mega and so forth. So, gentlemen, here's a bonus question before we go to the bottom thing. Who do you have? I don't know the answer to this question. Who do you have as the first manager to be fired? Because whoever they fire, they have to fire them before January, unless the above people know who they're hiring, who they're getting, players that they're getting for the January window. Who's going to be the first manager fired in the Premier League?
To me, I think Ole.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and you, and Reef, you agree with that as well? All right.
The Red Devil going to fire him before.
Who do you have?
I have no one. I have the situation. I have the COVID situation being what it is that every manager gets a redo. And the mistake which a lot of people made, like for example, when Watford, I thought that no one was going to fire a manager at the end of the season because of the COVID situation and let it be what it would be. The moment Watford fired their manager, that doomed them to going down and probably save Aston Villa. All right, gentlemen, let's go to the bottom four, the bottom five. And in fact, for myself, I did a whole bottom seven as well. But anyway, there you go. Schiff, who you have as your bottom five? You can start from number 20, please.
I mean, I have Fulham
Mm-hmm,
is going to be bottom.
mm-hmm,
I think Burnley are going to be 19th.
mm-hmm,
West Brom are going to be 18.
mm-hmm.
Sheffield are going to be 17. West Ham 16.
Oh, West Ham are dropping down, are they? Okay. So you think Brighton's going to leap over West Ham? Why?
I mean, watching both teams play, right? Like, I think Brighton just had the unluckiest team out there. It's not like they've lost 4 games, sure, but every game they play, they are in it. They just need like a bit of luck here and there, and I think it evens out by the end of the season. And so I believe that they're going to do very well. They'll be a mid-table team. I think West Ham will get their 40 points and then just coast the rest of the way, right? Like I don't think they'll ever be in danger of relegation, but I think once they feel they're safe, they're just not going to play very well.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Right. I think Fulham aren't very good. I don't think West Brom are very good, and Burnley's luck is running out. People have figured out how to play them. So, and I think Sheffield will get it together to jump out of the bottom.
You're hoping. All right, Reef, who you got, mate?
All right. It's kind of interesting what I see because Shiv and myself see almost the same.
Okay.
I see Fulham in the bottom in 20. They're going down. And then I see West Brom in 19. I see Barnsley in 18. This is the 3 that's going down. And I see the survivor is Brighton and Sheffield. Sheffield will come back, like I said before, and I've said it again, is have 30 more games to go. And I believe Sheffield United will get the grab together and they're going to get the momentum forward. I do believe Sheffield is not going to go down this season, no matter where they're standing right now. And I know where they're standing in the bottom. They're scraping the bottom of the
They're
trash can.
scraping the barrel of the barrel.
Yeah.
Huh?
I understand, but you know, it's 8 games to the season. It's 30 more to go.
Who's going to score for Sheffield United? Who? McMurley or what's the name? Brewster?
McGlontic.
He last season he only scored 1 goal. He's only 1 goal. McCaughlin or whatever he calls himself. All right, listen, guys. This is the 20 up to actually 13 that I did. 20. I have Fulham. All right. There's only one team in West London. There's not room for what's the name? Another one. As far as I'm concerned. So Fulham are at the bottom. After that, 19, we got West Brom. 18th, I have Sheffield United. And I'll say again, there may be 30 games to go, but if they can't score within that, then it's a good night Vienna. And then I have Burnley ahead of Sheffield United. Simple reason, because of Ashley Barnes and Chris Woods. They can score. That's the difference. That these are true and proven Premier League goal scorers. So and then Jay Rodriguez. So they have the possibility and the option that they can score. All right. So that's why I have them at 17th. 16th, I have a Brighton. 15th, I have Leeds. Brighton and Leeds have very good coaches. One is legendary, one is growing. But you know that they're gonna be both of them gonna be treading water all season. All season they're gonna be treading water. Next, after that, I have Newcastle and then West Ham. Newcastle and West Ham are veteran, savvy managers who know how to pull out a draw when you need to pull out a draw. All right. I mean, their teams are not good. They'll play 2 banks of 5 if they have to and get that draw to get that point. Leeds and Brighton will play and play football and play their style and so forth. That'll get them points, but it'll be treading water all the way to what's they thing. Burnley have goal scorers, and so they'll have the ability to pull it out of their hat. And that just leaves, again, Sheffield United, who can't buy a goal, even if you pay them. West Brom, who have to buy Champions League, Championship second-hand players. And Fulham, who, at long last, Scotty Parker has got them playing football, but they're too inexperienced for it. Questions, comments, concern? Go ahead, Schiff.
I mean, so do you think last season for Sheffield was just a fluke then?
The early part, yeah, because people had not figured out how to play those overlapping fullbacks. People
But,
now do.
like-
And they had the backing of their, what's the name? Sheffield Wednesday. As soon as the coronavirus project restart happened, there was no crowd to help them to like, oh, the referee did that, and the crowd gets on the back of the referee and so forth, or the crowd gives the players extra energy. They've been treading water, and now their boat is sinking all the way through. Go ahead.
So last year when we were talking about Chris Wilder being the coach of the year and
I
everything.
never.
Okay.
I had
The
Nino.
rest of us,
You
the
did.
rest of us, yes. Do you think it was just like a flash in the pan and he's not a good coach, he can't turn it around?
I have them on the 18th, right? Does that answer that question for you?
Me and Yariv disagree.
Reef, how say you? Go ahead.
I'm absolutely disagree with you. I not see Sheffield United going down. I'm sorry. I have like I believe they start. I don't know. They have a that chemistry, and I know you're asking who's going to score.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I remember the. I don't know how many here was with Chelsea. That Chelsea, the striker did not score, but the midfielder scored. And in the end of the season, we look on it, and I don't remember what year it was, but I remember that the majority of the goal we got from the midfielder and not from the striker. That
Lundstrom and Berger. Is that who you're looking for or hoping for to be able to score for Sheffield United then? Huh?
probably, goal can come even from a defender or a winger, but I don't see Sheffield United going down. I absolutely agree with you. I not see them going down yet.
Okay, tactically, again, like I said, either one of you can answer this. What makes you feel that tactically Sheffield United is better tactically than Burnley?
I mean, again, I have faith in Chris Wilder. I think he's going to figure it out. We don't know what the solution's going to be. When it comes down to those bottom clubs, you have to have faith in the managers. And I think Sean Dyche has been there too long. He's too stubborn.
The
Chris
Ginger
Wilder,
Mourinho. You think Chris Wilder is better than the Ginger Mourinho?
yes. Ginger Mourinho, see, there's a reason why Mourinho doesn't stay at the same club for too long. Things get stale. I think with Burnley, they're a one-trick pony, and everybody knows that trick, and they're not going to be able to overcome that. While Chris Wilder will find a way to get his team back to where it needs to be.
Okay, first of all, Chris Wilder needs to get himself from the bottom of the table to at least 19th. When he gets me back to 19th, let me know. Listen, we're going straight into those 6 weeks. These 6 weeks leading up to the transfer window is back to almost every 3 days there's a game. So people, get your TV, get your popcorn ready, because it's going to be a real show all the way through, etc. and so forth. How say you to Leeds and Brighton, Reef?
I kind of surprised you put Leeds. So, I mean, you put Leeds in like what, 15th place?
Mm-hmm. To finish, yep.
I don't know. I see Leeds going higher than that, but the Newcastle, I understand, but Leeds, I see Leeds higher than 15. I mean, I'm not going to say like top 10, but 11 or 12, but no 15.
You have Leeds higher than Crystal Palace and Southampton?
Not Crystal Palace, but Yes, Southampton.
Really? Southampton are sitting in the top 4 now. You're telling me that Southampton
Things
is
will
going to go from,
change.
you're going to tell me Southampton's going to go from 4th all the way to what? 14th place or 15th place where Leeds are sitting?
Okay, they respond to you for that. Leicester sitting in 4th place. What happened? Where you put them down?
8th.
Okay, how? Just explain me that.
How? Because 1, Chelsea are going to replace them on the top. 2, Liverpool are a better squad and a better manager. 3, Spurs, Jose Mourinho, the Silver Fox is right in there. 4, Pep Guardiola will come along and knock the Monster and Brendan Rodgers about. 5, Arteta, believe it or not, will get them people going in Arsenal. 6, Carlo Ancelotti is a better coach. 7, Nino and Wolves are 7th place lock. That's why I got them at 8th.
You see, I disagree with you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So you're asking me how, and I'm telling you, like, I don't think that Leeds going to be so low. I don't see that.
So do you have Leeds in the top 10?
Not in the top 10. I will put them in 12 or 11. No top 10.
Schiff, how say you to Leeds?
I mean, Leeds are that team that are a lot of fun to watch, but they are going to be right around 15, 16. I'm with you there. I don't think they have enough to make a proper run to the mid-table, but I do think they are good enough to stay up.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Leeds and Brighton play top quality football. Their managers are good coaches and coach their players. However, the teams are put above them, Newcastle and West Ham, know how to play with 2 banks of 5 and lock it up and get themselves a draw. Leeds will have a draw and they'll be going for a win. And in doing so, end up getting a loss. And as Schiff said right at the beginning of the season, right, after Leeds had Liverpool had beaten Leeds, you get no points for, is it a quality performance? What do you say, Schiff? What was it? There are no honorable points or something?
You get no point for almost.
Right. You either win, draw, or lose. It's simple as that. And a lot of people like West Ham and Newcastle know when to draw as opposed to lose. Yep. Give you an example there, Reef. Tottenham versus West Brom. It took them to the 80th minute, somewhere in the 80th minute, to lose that game. As opposed to, you know what? Let's get the draw and get the point. There's no shame in getting the point. No. Go ahead. Anybody? Going once?
I'm
like, that's what I believe about Leeds. I believe Leeds going to surprise us. I think the confidence, and I think they're going to be about 11 or 12. I don't see them in 15, but, time will tell.
Crystal Palace, how say you? Where do you think they're going to finish, Reef? You think Leeds will finish higher than Crystal Palace?
No, I think Crystal Palace finish higher than Leeds.
Okay, so if Leeds are going to finish 12th or 11th, where's Crystal Palace going to finish? 10th or 9th?
No, I believe Crystal Palace going to finish before Leeds. So if I say Leeds between 11 and 12, I believe that Crystal Palace going to be maybe 11 or 10 or 9. Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Schiff, where do you have Crystal Palace?
10. I haven't done the entire table, but I think they're going to do better than Leeds. Roy will get them playing. Actually, probably 13, 14. I take it back. I think they're going to do the same thing as West Ham once they're safe. Zaha stops caring.
Yeah, I concur. I have them at 12th on my list of teams. And all right, gentlemen, listen, we're going to say bye to the folks, and then we're going to continue rambling and joking among ourselves. Guys, we're on YouTube at A Hint of Blue Cheese. You can also send us email and questions, which we always answer on bluecheese1905@yahoo.com. That's bluecheese1905@yahoo.com. We answer all your questions. If you're on YouTube, Give us a like, subscribe, leave your comments below, and we will look through all the comments, and we continue this discussion on the comments. So a hint of blue cheese, you on YouTube, and also we're on email us your questions and so forth. Next week we'll be back as the leagues all open up, answering all your questions on all the top 5 leagues in Europe, and also especially on the Premier League and so forth. So from Reef all the way down in Florida, say bye to the folks.
Goodbye, everybody.
Excellent. The good captain.
Bye-bye.
And from your host, I raise a glass to you. Keep safe. As the good doctor says, wear a mask, wash your hands, and we'll get through this this year. All right. All right. Everybody take care of themselves. Peace out, folks.